or 0817-624-8565. Those are the lines through which you can reach us this morning. Before we go into the major headlines that we have this morning, parliamentarian yesterday we were talking about pockets of crimes within and outside some areas in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. There's been a new trend of criminal activities where criminal elements would pose as boyfriends of innocent young women and just accost a young woman on the street, and they'll say she's an ex who absconded with their valuables, and so the people would naturally say it's a boyfriend girlfriend or it's a couple's squabble, and walk away from it, and not knowing that an innocent person, an innocent young woman is being robbed or is being kidnapped for whatever purposes that is happening. And then another trend where people just also accuse another person of stealing phone, particularly young women who accuse a guy of stealing their phone for the same purpose, so that when the public begins to lynch, jungle justice is on the line, and then somebody will show up as if he or she is a family member of the person and plead for mercy, and then take the person away, not also knowing that they are possibly taking that person away either for one criminal activity or the other, including organ harvesting. And that came to the public, and it was a very shocking revelation to see that something that we used to hear in a distant land as far away Port Harcourt has now surfaced in Akwa Ibom State. This morning, yesterday evening, on my way back from work, I still got to hear that a similar event happened yesterday afternoon along Nsika Edok. And I asked myself, how did we get here? And how is it that the Akwa Ibom people are not very much still aware? I think it's about time we just make it a daily thing until Akwa Ibom people get to be aware of the news taxes. That's why I decided to bring that up before we jump into the real matter of the day. How would you react to these new trends?
Well, I am just hearing it for the first time. I'm shocked because I used to see it on social media, especially the Facebook or Instagram. You will just see it like a prank, a kind of, a guy will just move to a lady and say, you stole my phone, and the lady will be disagreeing, and they will argument, after which it will end up to be a prank. And then this is how the guys who carry out such pranks, or the ladies who do such pranks, gain followership on social media. And then by so doing, as you view the status, as you view the clip, of course, you are paying indirectly to the social media account. So hearing this now that it is in actual practice in Akwa Ibom State and in Uyo in particular, I'm surprised, and I'm aware that the new Commissioner of Police, CP Olatunji Durosinmi, is doing much. In fact, the other time we are in the police headquarters where he told us, that is the CLO, his effort. Of course, we are told that over 91 persons were arrested in Akwa Ibom across the state for various crimes, and we commended him for that. This particular one that has just come up, I believe, now that he is listening to us, his command will take action. And I want to also, advise, if anyone happens to come across such kind of, issue, you shouldn't just walk away. Try to interrogate and possibly invite the law enforcement agencies, the police. The police patrol team is all over the state now. The CP has redesigned the policing pattern in Akwa Ibom. The particular incident that the police did that so impressed me was a particular man who was abducted in Wangiba. He has a resort along the beach. He was abducted. His family paid a ransom of 1 million naira. And upon that, the kidnapper still cut his head and dumped by the site where the family will see it. And it was a shocking to the entire community of Wangiba in Urban. But during the various raids that the police carried out, the suspects were arrested, and I think they are cooling their feet in the police custody. They will still be charged. Another one was a lady who allegedly connived with people to kidnap her ex-husband somewhere along I think her back also. And the ransom was paid. At the point of sharing the ransom, the police moved in, arrested the suspect and the lady. So the police is carrying out several raids. So if in the course of your activities of going about the state, you happen to come across any of such kind of issue that you have just raised now, there is need for someone to call the police lines so that the police will come in and apprehend the issue and then pick up the suspect to answer questions for it.
Indeed, the police are doing their jobs, and when they do the good job, we commend them and we praise them for a job well done. But also, let me quickly add on the heels of that, there have been several reports from parliamentarians about police harassment on the road. I recall just last week, Friday, a parliamentarian called in and spoke of how he was harassed by a police officer. He was just returning from his work. He's a builder. And so with the dirt of the cement on his body from the tricycle, he was pulled out. And the policeman came to check his pockets. And he asked, "Why do you want to check my pockets?" And the policeman didn't answer, but instead went ahead to slap him. Now, I was happy about the fact that another policeman cautioned the other policeman who stepped out of his constitutional right and harassed a Nigerian citizen, and then pleaded for leniency with the parliamentarian, and of course was able to rectify the issue. But then it brings to mind that there are still some elements within the Nigerian police who have refused to abide by the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and who have failed to understand that the taxpayers' money is what pays their salary, and they are in the police force to serve the Nigerian people.
Yes, during the course of CLO's interface with the Commissioner of Police, Durosinmi, we told him that CLO frowns at every attempt of police harassment, and he was very clear about it. He said that he knew that the IGP condemns and is completely against police harassment, and officers of his own command, Akwa Ibom State Command, anyone that is involved in harassment, intimidation, or breach of human rights should be reported to the police high command. And of course, the CLO is on ground. Anybody that has any complaint of police harassment, if you cannot reach the police force, if you reach us, we will take it up, because we've been doing this over the years. We don't want a repeat of the NSAS movement that almost, destroyed the entire police system and security system in Nigeria. So the CP, the current CP, is completely against. And let me even add this. To add to this, there is CCTV camera all over the police headquarters, state police headquarters. So whatever is happening in any of the department, any of the offices, the CP is monitoring and is watching to show you that he is monitoring the activities of his men within and outside the command. So we want to say that if there is any report of police harassment, let us know, or let the CP know. He will take it up, and then we will also add up to show that the law takes its course.
All right, thank you very much. Let's quickly move to the other motions. And in case you're just joining us, parliamentarian, today we have 3 motions. The first motion, traditional institutions in Akwa Ibom State. CLO cautions against disrespect. Youth group accuses oil firm of violating Nigerian